1, 2, 3, go. Damage face.
Boleh ke? Saya tak nampak dia, saya tak boleh tembak.
Oh, sakit. I think next phase lah, next phase lah. Kita sempat.
Sempat kot, sempat.
Sempat, go.
Oh, no, dah, DPS.
Oh lama.
Oh,
One more phase.
stagger ke?
4, boom on 4.
Banyak dah sudah.
Oh, current. Nice.
Hold up a sec.
What is up, guys? It's Bahagidu here with a new build video for you guys. And I haven't been making a lot of build videos lately, but I thought I'd share this one since I tried it out in the raid and it works. And by the way, this is a PvE build, not a PvP build. Not a lot of PvP's action in the Division 2 right now for me, at least for myself. So let's get to it. Now, this build revolves around, please disregard my 438 gear score because this build was just put together on my second character. I didn't have any builds in this one, so I just had this tip of the spear gear set, and I thought I'd give it a try. Now, to explain that a little bit about this build is centered around skill power and survivability. Now, it doesn't show on your armor, on my armor and health, but it does show on my healing. If for my cam launcher, I have like 7 ammo on it and 72,000 armor repair. Now, basically with one cam launcher, I could heal from 0 armor to like 100% at one go. And seeing that I have like 7, there's a lot compared to the normal ones. I could put like, for the mods, I can put like +6, but I don't have the right slot for it, so still looking for that. But for now, this is quite a decent amount of heal that I can get at a particular time. So hold on, need me to do that. Okay, there you go. So as you can see, I can even put like 13 ammo with like 50,000 armor repair. Still good, but I prefer like more heals at a given time. Okay, so for my hive, I'm using the second skill is hive, which is 180 seconds cooldown, around 1 minute less than the usual no skill power builds. I could add more. I don't have the mods yet for it. I could probably push it down a bit. So yeah, really good healing for this build. As for the let's just explain a bit about the gear talents. 20% skill power it's okay if you're using like spotter for this build. I could do without it. And the third piece talent is 20% cooldown reduction. Again, this helps with your cam launcher and your hive. If you need those heals frequently, this really serves the purpose. And the next one, the 4-piece talent, is 20% protection from elites, which is paired up with the survivalist talent. Sorry, 15% increased protection from elites. That's really awesome to have because it gives you 35% protection of elites, which is like half of the damage taken from like the yellow NPCs in the raid and the bosses. It really helps with your survivability. Yeah, so those are the two main things that I love about this build. So let's go with the weapons. Now I'm using an LMG because uh, I don't really have a lot of damage in this build. So you want constant DPS. So when you're frequently shooting, yeah, you give out more DPS with the lack of like damage that you're getting from your weapons. I hope that makes sense. So I have like 28,000 damage on my LMGs. I have Unhinged, which is important if you want more damage. Allegro, also very good for DPS. And Zen, while equipped, resting cover. This one I could probably change it with something else like Grease or something like that. So my second weapon, I would like to use the Sweet Dreams, but it's on my first character. I only have the level 1 Lullaby. I just need it for Evasive, the second talent, the holstered talent, which is while equipped, dodging reloads 25% of your current weapons magazine, which means that every time I will reload 25% of my ammo. So the more ammo you have in your LMGs, the better. So it would be better if you have like the large pouch with 35 more rounds, and also the extra talent, which would give you 162. I have that weapon with that pouch in the first character, but I don't in the second one, so bummer. So as for the mods on the weapon, I will be using 5% damage to elite, C79 scope. You could also use the other one with the 8% damage to elites if you have it. On my grip, I have stability. Since it's being an LMG, and 5% damage to elite on my muzzle, and reload speed does help. Although you won't be reloading with this build quite that frequently because of the talents that you're using, but yeah, I would change it with the large pouch if I had it. Next up, as for the gear sets, I'm using 4 tip of the spear gear piece because the 5th and 6th talent is not really useful for me, and I could I could do better with other sets, like other talents on different gear sets compared to this one. I'm not gonna explain it, but yeah, it's not useful as much. So instead, I have 2 other pieces. You can go nuts with this build. You can change your backpack. You can put like a on the ropes or damage to elites or efficient anything else on your backpack. You can switch it off on your mask. Spotter, damage to elites. But the reason why I'm using True Patriot is because I have 40% damage to elites and 21,000 health on this one. So you kind of want some damage to elites. Add up with your weapon mounts, you will get like 10 more percent, which is 50% damage to elites, which is good enough. It's not a lot, but it's okay. So that's it. It's 40% damage to elites and 21,000 health. As for my chest piece, I'm using the tip of the spear with 400 skill power, 6.5% weapon damage, and 28,000 health. I could change a couple of things on this one, but I will probably change like health, maybe add some health or armor. Probably health, because I don't want too low of health in this build. As for the mods, I have 1 offensive mod slot with weapon damage, critical range. I don't know, yeah, I'm just putting stuff in, but just put the most damage you can on your weapons and your LMGs. As for the utility mod slots, I gotta mention this to make sure that you get enough skill power to activate your high heals. You need to have at least a couple of these mod slots with chem launcher skill power. Gotta have to do a bit farming, but luckily I have chem launcher skill power in my inventory. I think I'll have 3, so it works for me. As for the holster, now this is another thing that you need to find if you want to have like unlimited reloads for your LMGs. See what it does is, hold on, let me just. Okay, here we go. Sorry about that. So the holster, the Dodge CD Gunslinger's exotic holster. Uh, I'll leave a link in the description on how to get this holster. It's gonna take like a couple of hours of your time, but this is a very good holster for the second talent, which is quick draw. Swapping to your pistol reloads all weapons. The first talent gives you a lot of things for your pistol, but honestly, I don't use pistols, so I'll disregard that for now. And the third talent is quite useful. Shots fired from your pistol penetrates enemies, which is if you happen to have two NPCs like lining up in front of you, it will penetrate the guy in front and just kill the guys in the back. That never happens, so disregard that. So the only talent that's useful for it is quick draw, which is swapping to your pistol reloads all weapons. So what it does is, see, I'm shooting. As you can see, I have 61 bullets. I change it to my pistol and change it back, and it's 100 again. So it's like filler up without I don't know what it's without, but it's like filler up. So shoot, run out of bullets, change to pistol and back. So it's like 3 triangle hits on your controller. Yeah. And if you pair it up with like the lullaby, you have 2 modes of reloading. You can roll or just change to your sidearm, which is good for DPS, for constant firing, and all that. So that's my holster. On the gear mods, I have LMG damage and weapon damage, and 1 utility for me to stack up my skill power. The backpack is another tip of the spear. I have skill power, weapon damage. I would have preferred more cooldown reduction, but it is what it is. 8.5% weapon damage. And on the mods, I have another 116 skill power plus 195 cam launcher skill power for my cam launcher. Gloves, tip of the spear again. 289 skill power. I'm gonna recalibrate this to LMG damage, which would give me around 31,000 damage on my LMG. So I probably need like 11% LMG damage for this. No mod slots. And for the knee pads, skill power, you can add more skill power if you have. I have like 277. I could probably find another knee pads like this one has 389. I'll just calibrate it on that one. And as you can see, I have 44 skill power extra and 209. Oh, sorry, 432 cam launcher skill power. So that's all the gear sets. And on my stats, I have, as you can see, I have like 39% all weapons damage bonus and LMG bonus, and 50% damage to elites. I have on my cam launcher 2,652 cam launcher skill power, which is not really necessary. I only need like 2,100 skill power, but if I wanted to add more like higher mods for the rest, I could. So yeah, so that's it. That's my build. And I gotta say, it works for me in the raid. I survive, even though granted I have like 7 more teammates that are really good. So that helps, but I can pretty much take care of myself with this build, and it could help them if they're like in need of heals or revives. Like my revive hive is a lot faster, so I can help out with that. So yeah, I hope you find this build useful. If you try it out, and whether it's good, it's bad, leave a comment in the video. Let me know what you think about it. And that's it. And I'll see you guys on the next video.